Welcome, everybody, to this week's Fooseball College Picks. Myself, but with these 10 college games, Shane Stodmiller picks them every week. So I don't have any idea or any clue until I put them on the screen which college games he picks. But we are one guy short tonight. Get well wishes to Rich Smoke. He's a little under the weather. Probably that long podcast last night did him in, but hopefully we'll see him tomorrow night. But everybody, this is special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller. Shane, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'll tell you what, last night we had a hell of a show. It's going to be hard to
It's going to be hard to top that, but
follow
we'll
that.
try. We will try. See, now I'm having Facebook issues again.
Well, then people have to watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, better watch us on YouTube, people. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Well, that's just what we're going to have to do here. So,
well, it's going to be 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
I don't have anything, any extra picks today, so no honorable mentions.
Okay. Well, we'll go with it right now. The first one. Oh, well, that's not it.
That's the first one. Yeah.
I messed that one up already. Okay, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, Shane.
So, the Mountaineers 2 weeks in a row shit the bed. Just poor decision making, lack of discipline, whatever you want to call it. In the third quarter, fourth quarter, they looked like they could have handled business the past 2 weeks, but let both teams come away with a win. It's not going to be any easier for them against the Knights this week because the Knights play really, really well at home. It's going to be in Florida. So, of course, I'm going to pick the Mountaineers to win, but
okay.
I'm not going to hold my breath.
Okay, well, I'm going to back up your stance on that, and I will take the Mountaineers away for the victory. That's
good. They need it.
Well,
so, they play well. It's just the 2 weeks ago special teams. They kind of got that buttoned down, and then they still had a terrible play where they blocked. Supposedly, someone blocked one of West Virginia's players into West Virginia's punt return guy, and it wasn't called. But regardless, it was catastrophic. And after that, it was they just Oklahoma State just scored 3 times.
Be catastrophic. You know what I mean? So that special teams is always a key component. You got to have them 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. So okay, well, we both agreed on that one. So let's go with this one here with the next pick on your lovely. Okay.
We're back in the ACC, and there's been talk this week about the ACC teams looking to jump onto the Big 12, and then also I've seen reports where the ACC's feeling out a couple teams to come to the ACC. So when we're talking about that, Pitt and Virginia Tech are in the discussion to maybe go to the Big 12. That's if you have Clemson, Florida State, and Miami go to the SEC or Big 10. So if the ACC is plundered, you could see it kind of implode in 2025 when their contract, their media contract expires. So it's interesting. See where Clemson's going to be. But once again, Clemson's a fun team to watch. NC State's not terrible. This is going to be a hell of a matchup, and I'm going to pick Clemson to win, but they're playing in North Carolina, so we'll have to see.
Okay,
what do you pick, Bubba?
Well, I'm going to go against you on this one. I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to go with North Carolina. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Wolfpack just because the Wolfpack. We'll see, but I'm not very good in college picks, but we will try. So I'm going to go with North Carolina State. Okay, here we go. The next one.
Okay, once again, you got to have prime time on your top 10 list, just to kind of,
yeah, I mean, he's doing. I mean, even if he loses, he's still making news. Like, it's
right,
uncanny.
And you got to understand, you still got to remember, Bubba, this is his first year at that program that literally lost 10. I think they lost 10 games last year. So
Oh, they were bad last year. They were terrible.
like they were 220 out of like 230 schools. As far as the they do those power indexes.
Right, right.
But UCLA showed some splashes of their of being a decent team. So they're not gonna UCLA is not gonna lay it down. But I picked Colorado to pull this one out. So
See, this is the teeter totter of events
right.
for me. I'm probably gonna go because I think the Colorado Buffalo, I think they lost what last 4 or the last 3.
I think they lost. Yeah, they lost 3 of their last 4.
Okay,
They
well
started off 3-0.
they started off hot. I'm gonna take. I think Primetime will have them ready. I think Colorado Buffaloes will win this game. That's what I'm
And
gonna take.
and Prime Time was in the news because he kind of chimed in, and I like his take. Jim Harbaugh, the coach of Michigan, basically got caught sign stealing.
I heard that.
Yeah. And Primetime said something great. He's like, listen, you could mail that, send it to them with postage, and
Doesn't.
they could know it's coming, but you still got to stop them. And
You're
that's the
exactly
truth.
right. You're exactly right. So, okay, let's get to this next matchup. We're live on YouTube due to the Facebook mishaps. I don't know what's going on, Shane. So we're going to have to divert and see how that goes because
Right.
a lot of people are going to have to watch the replay because we're not getting the fan responses as we always got. But this matchup here looks like a doozy.
Yeah, Tennessee Volunteers, they started off really hot, lost a couple games. They're still a really good team. I remember saying probably the second week after watching them, like from top to bottom, they're the most put together football team. And I still say they're solid team. They lost some close ones.
Right.
Kentucky, man, they're far exceeding what I think their talent level is as far as wins. They're very well coached. I think the only thing that's limiting them right now is the NIL, and that's the money they can pay players. If they had the purse strings, say like an Alabama had, I think Stoops would have them. They would definitely be 6-0, 7-0. But this is a toss-up, flip of the coin. I'm going to take the Wildcats.
Wow. You know what? I'm going to agree with you on this one because Kentucky's been doing pretty good this year. I'm going to go right behind you, and I'm going to take the Wildcats myself. So we're in agreement on that one. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Geez.
If you looked at this last year, maybe 2 years ago, you'd be like, Oklahoma's going to roll them up. Oklahoma is good. Oklahoma beat Texas, although it was a close game. They're in the talks right now of being, one of the top 4 teams, a playoff team, possible national championship. Kansas, however, is not a terrible team. They're really good. The record demonstrates that. They're going to be playing in Kansas.
That's a plus. That's definitely a plus.
This is definitely going to be a tough one for the Sooners. This game and Oklahoma plays West Virginia. Those are the two games that if Oklahoma can get past that, they'll be playing for a national championship. So I'm going to say the Oklahoma wins, but it's going to be very, very close. And don't be surprised if the Jayhawks catch them.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. I'm taking Kansas City Jayhawks to beat the Oklahoma Sooners.
Yep,
so I'm going to go different on a different path.
There you go. There you go. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Now, this slide. I can't be a hypocrite. I can't have them on the blowout, okay? Because they made a quarterback change. That quarterback, I'm going to misspell his name, but it's Jovic or whatever. Sorry,
Japanese wrestler name.
Yeah, like a Japanese wrestler name. They have him working. Now he's working out with the tight ends, and he's been playing on special teams. The kid's a monstrous, like 6'5", 250. He's a big dude. So kudos to Pitt's coach for making that change. But Pitt played pretty good last week. So They could give Notre Dame a run for their money, but they're going to be playing in South Bend.
Yeah.
I'm not rooting for the Panthers, but it's on here because it's going to be an interesting game. I don't like Notre Dame. I hate Pitt, but I'm gonna hope the Irish pull it out at home. So,
Right.
but
Well,
I'm
I mean,
giving Pitt its credit.
well, I'm a homer, but they're just up and down this year. And Notre Dame losing to Ohio State early part of the season when I took Notre Dame to go beat Ohio State just doesn't feel good in my crawl. So, but the Panthers are a roller coaster that I don't want to be on this year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Notre Dame. So that people don't hate me. I am not the typical homer or Yinzer. I'm going with the Fighting Irish over the Pittsburgh Panthers.
But Pitt, through the past couple years, has been known to lose to like a
Shitty team,
shitty, like Central Michigan or Western Michigan, some directional Michigan
Yep.
school, and then go and they beat Clemson 2 years ago, and then
Yeah, I remember that.
They
Yep.
played well against Louisville, which is it just blows your mind. So this is not another one of those scenarios where Pitt couldn't fight. Their defense couldn't stop a wet paper bag, or it's like. But here we go again. See what happens. It's parody.
We'll
It's
probably be
interesting.
wrong. We'll probably be
Yeah.
wrong, and it'll be like a field goal victory by the Panthers.
Hey, it'd be entertaining, and that's why it's
Yeah.
on our list.
Yep.
And that's why it's up at 5.
Well, you're the one that does them. Okay, here we go. Number 4. Ooh.
Another one. If you told me that we'd be wanting to watch Duke and Louisville play, I'd be like, get the hell out of here. But Duke is
Yeah,
a
you're
good
exactly
team
right.
this year.
Unless
Louisville,
it's a basketball game.
right? This looks like a basket. This looks like a Monday night basketball game, the Big 12 game of the week, or something, or ACC game of the week, for like the big Mondays they have on ESPN.
Right.
But Duke is playing great ball. Louisville's only loss is the Schittsburg Panthers. So here I'm going to pick Louisville, but it's going to be a hell of a good game. Duke has a fantastic quarterback. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to go against you on this one. I'm going to take the Blue Devils
There you
just to
go.
make it interesting. The Blue Devils it will be. Okay, here we go. Game number 3. Ooh.
This should be higher on the list. This flirted with number 1, but because Freight Train is a fan of a different program, this is one I would like to watch, and it's going to be on at 3:30. Usually, this game would be on at 9 at night.
Oh yeah,
but it's going to be a 3:30 game. Utah's a hell of a good program. The Ducks, man, I just love watching them, see what kind of gear they have. I'm a gear queer. I like to see the chrome helmet. It's going to be the white? Is it going to be the cartoon duck? Or what the hell kind of uniform are they going to have? I just can't. I can't. They're fun to watch. They're a good program. They're a good team. I'm picking the Ducks, but it's going to be a shootout.
Well, that's who I'm taking. I'm taking Oregon Ducks due to everything you just said. And they got a great program. So that's what I'm going with. The Ducks, not the Mighty Ducks, the Oregon
Nike
Ducks.
U. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Number 2. Oh, my.
SEC Battle of the Blue Bloods. It's going to be what do they used to call those, Bubba? Slob knockers or slobber knockers or
slobber
something
knockers.
Like
yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a punch out. It's going to of course Georgia is up there with Oklahoma in the conversation. Are they the best team in the nation? I think Georgia is the best team in the nation, but Florida, it's like their nemesis. They're playing in the swamp. The Bulldogs. This is one of the ones that I'm sure has not only a highlighter. The coach highlighted it, but a big Sharpie around it.
Oh yeah. Fireworks are going.
This is another one that should probably be number 1 on your list.
I can only imagine what your number 1 is. I know I hit the button, but I didn't see it. So.
And I put this number 1 because of Freight Train, but I'm picking the Bulldogs. Okay. Gotta be close.
Yeah, I'm picking the Bulldogs too because I went against the Bulldogs earlier this year and it came back to bite me in the ass. So I'm just going to stay with Georgia. So Georgia's on my mind. Okay, here we go. The last number 1 game. Ooh.
Freight Train said this. after our show, we were talking, and he's a Buckeye fan. Wisconsin, this is a prime upset game. It's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be more competitive than what Penn State was.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Wisconsin's better than Penn State. I just think this is one of those. And I always
Well,
fall.
maybe they have a better coach than Franklin, because Franklin can't win the big one anyway. So
right. I agree. So here it is at number one. If the Buckeyes win this, I think they beat Michigan and cruise through. This is one that will set up a lot of parity. If Wisconsin wins, does a one-loss Buckeye team that wins, because say Wisconsin wins this, Bubba.
Okay.
The Buckeyes would still be playing, I would say, because they have the head-to-head against Penn State, they'd still be playing Michigan for the Big Ten title.
Right.
And with that being said, I think they'd beat Michigan. So will a one-loss Ohio State, if Wisconsin wins, still get in the national championship? I think yes. But because the Big Ten is decent this year, but it's only decent. There's only like 4 or 5 teams that are decent. It's not like, the parity you have in the ACC, where you have, Duke is decent, Clemson's not too bad. The SEC has like 4 teams that are, it's just the middle of the pack in the SEC, the middle of the pack of the Big 12, the ACC. You have teams that are C+ to maybe an A-, where the Big Ten just has A+, and then you had jump down to C- and D's.
Right.
So, my thoughts, Ohio State's going to win. They're going to pull it out, but don't be surprised if Ohio State has one loss and makes it to the national championship.
Okay. I got to think on my pick here. But Craig from Patton, thank you as always for tuning in. We had some Facebook issues. Facebook will not let StreamYard in these last couple shows I've been doing. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to just strive to get through it. But Craig, thanks for showing up. Yeah, this is a big matchup here. And I go against the powerhouses, and even in the NFL, as I do in college. So I am going to I'm going to take the upset by a field goal. I'm going to take Wisconsin, as crazy as it sounds. I'm going to take the Badgers over the Buckeyes, just because I don't like Ohio State. I never did.
I don't either.
But I mean, I'm not putting any money on it. But if Wisconsin can play them a little better than Penn State, I mean, and we shall see. But that's what I'm going with. I'm going to go with Wisconsin.
Well, dot the I with a W, huh? For Wisconsin.
Well, I could. I mean, I could, but I don't know about dotting any I's, because I don't know. Last week in the NFL stuff, and if we ever kept track of these, I know my college picks were not very good. So not.
I had a couple weeks where we were killing it on picks. We picked upsets. At least 3 of the 10 games we picked were to the letter what we said was going to happen.
Right.
The past couple weeks, not so much. But the one thing we are on is on time. We'll have 18 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yes. 18:31 now and done. But hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll do it again next week. Hopefully Facebook and StreamYard get together and don't screw this up. I'm going to have to check in on this, because we got a big show tomorrow with the Triple B Experience show. We got all the Mania Megacast giving their top 10 Halloween picks. That should be something. I know you got you probably got the whole big.
I got 10.
Script.
Well, I think I have 11.
I bet you do.
I
and
just
you can
got
use 11. It's 10. Okay. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Now is where you actually got to hit like and subscribe on YouTube, because Facebook has now shut it down. I don't know what happened. StreamYard and Facebook are not agreeing. It's like peanut butter and chocolate here. It's not working. And we do get a lot of people on Facebook, but now you're going to have to come on YouTube and shoot your comments to us, and we'll get them out there.
You can like and subscribe on Facebook.
Yep, keep doing it. And like I said, tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, there'll be us two, and then there'll be more coming in with our Halloween picks.
I don't know where I'm going to be broadcasting from.
You're everywhere.
Because over on that side of the wall, there's going to be about 30 teenage kids. So I might be up in the spare bedroom.
Well, that'll be exciting. That'll definitely be exciting. So
worst case, a car.
Yeah, well, That's why I got this
I've done
little.
that before.
Yeah, I know you do great. You do great. You're on. That's why you're special field correspondent, Shane. You're everywhere.
Right.
So for myself and Shane, thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you guys tomorrow. But like I said, hopefully I can get this Facebook stuff. I don't understand it. I really don't. So, but hey, it is technological stuff, and I don't know what happened. Nothing on my end. It's just not reading it. But we'll get it fixed. We'll do something. So everybody.